I'm in St. Joe all this time and I can't see you because we can't meet up at Czars or Babes or...
With no communications.
I'm into it.
How could
I'm into it. SodaStream. Dizzy. This is Rolf and my first record. It's a song that he wrote called Talk to Me. Hi, Kate.
I feel I'm on the outside.
Mr. Wimmer. Thank you.
Talk to me.
I got extra bubbles tonight. Ryan Source, my cousin. What, they're cousins. Lots of cousins on tonight. Hey, Melanie.
I feel there's something to hide. Talk to me.
Who else is here? Kate, Melanie, Listen to Ralph. Check this out.
Talk to me. I feel I'm on the outside. Talk to me.
Hi, Jenny. Nice running shoes, girl.
Please
This is off our
don't
first
make
record
a fool of me.
called Spark. Isabel. Irigon. Isabel. Hi.
Emotions,
No clear
thoughts.
First record, Spark. I think we talked about it the other night when Rolf was on. But, hi, Cheryl. It's a lovely song that Rolf wrote. Mama Grace, she's on. Hi, Mama. I love you. Lots of moms on tonight.
Love is failing.
It's a special night. Special night. It's Friday night.
Say
Didn't
no.
get paid. Friday night.
Talk to me.
I've always wanted a trombone there.
I feel I'm on the outside. Talk to me.
Hi, Wade.
Talk to me. I feel there's something to hide. Talk to me.
Yeah, Rolf. That's Rolf Stern and Jenna Mammina off of this. Spark, our first record. It was, I think we did talk about it the other night, but how it came to be was I was living in Mexico. We finally connected in New York and then decided that we should record sometime. We should play sometime. And then about 3 months later, he called me and he said, "Hi, Tanina. I liked your drive. That was a beautiful, beautiful drive through. Where do you live in Florida?" Anyway, so between the two of us, we had all these tunes spread out all over the floor, and we rehearsed one night, and then we had a gig up in Harlem, and it was during the World Cup in a Brazilian restaurant, and Brazil was playing. So we would be singing, and all of a sudden, upstairs, you'd hear "Goal!" You know, right in the middle of a ballad, "Goal!" And they had this door right on the stage, which was I wish Rolf was here. It was right on, like you stepped off the stage, and it was the door to the kitchen, but it was one of those doors that they have in a hotel room where it slams. So I would be singing Bird Alone, Slam. And Alexa Birdsong was there, and she came up and she said, "You need to sing Betcha by Golly Wow." And I said, "Yeah, we do. We did that for the next record." No, we did it for this record. So that night we went back to the apartment, learned Betcha by Golly Wow, and the next day we recorded a record. Good night, Brian. You might want to stay up and see what's happening next. So Friday, April 24th, second day of Jazz Fest. Did any of you stay at home and listen to Jazz Fest? It was great today. Little Queenie, Irma Thomas, Aaron Neville, Ellis Marsalis was today. So both Ellis and Little Queenie on the same day, and I can only imagine what Jazz Fest would have been like, and I can only imagine what Jazz Fest is going to be like next year. It's going to be super, super special, and yeah, I'm glad I'm here. Happy 11/11, everybody. It's good. It's good. Wait, I think I waved to everybody here. So tonight we have a special guest. Tomorrow morning we have a birthday girl, Kim Denis, and she just got a new puppy. And then tomorrow night my friend Gary Lambert's going to be on from New York. So Alexia's in Colorado. Denver? Boulder? Find out. And Kim's in Coloma and Gary's in New York. Yeah, it's great like that. I do? No, it's just shiny. My mom said I have cream on my nose. Do I? I think it's just shiny here. Does that help? My makeup artist here, we could do it like that. It'll look like. Oh, thank you. That was kind of funny, I thought, for me. Hi, Michael. To LA. Ray Horton is watching. So yeah, so that's about, Lillian and I walked today at the beach and cleaned the kitchen and wrote a song, finished writing a song. Oh, thanks, Mom. I know it was just kind of, me and my oil. I like covers myself in oil. My mom has always got my back. Okay. I think it's time. Don't you think it's time, Sue? Sue's like, yeah, I want to see my daughter. Hi, Sandy. My cousin. Lots of cousins on tonight.
Hello.
Hi.
We did it.
We did. Wow.
Oh my gosh, you look so beautiful.
So do you. Let me put my shoulder down too. I have this thing on that if it slides down, it's all.
Oh, that's nice. That looks comfortable.
So do you. I love your earrings. Let me see.
They are from J. Crew.
Really?
They're just like fun earrings. I got them once for a wedding. I needed some pop of color because I love color, obviously. So I got these and I wear them all the time.
They're really cool.
They're really lightweight and I'm just like, they're just so fun. They're like little piñatas on my ear.
I know. I feel like I need to go put on another pair of earrings now. Oh, I don't have any earrings on. So I'm going to go get some earrings.
All right.
What color? What do you think?
I don't know. The ones you had on this morning were really pretty. Weren't they like, they had like a dark color and maybe some red?
Some red.
They were really pretty.
We're going to go get some earrings. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Hey, girl. This is like we're on David Letterman. You see, I have blue ones that are kind of pinata-y or green.
Those are really cute.
Okay, I'll wear these. Thank you for doing this.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm not doing much.
Everyone's looking at my set. My set full of pillows. Hey, everybody. So, I'm putting on my earrings. so we can have a pop of color. Oh yeah, right?
Those are fun. Where are those from?
From Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have the funniest story about these earrings that I got from Mexico. I want to go find them. If my mom is watching, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I got these earrings in Mexico, and I went to visit my parents in Florida. Look at these.
Yeah.
They're so fun, so cool.
They're really cool.
And we went to the botanical gardens one night on like Christmas Eve, and I somehow got stuck walking around with my dad and my brother. And then my mom was with my grandpa and my uncle, and we kind of like split up. And then we ended up, we're like, let's just meet back at the house. And I got in the car with the boys, and I'm like,
oh no.
Where's my other earring?
Oh no.
And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, how did
you don't need
notice
another
my
one.
earring was gone?
Yeah, right. How do you notice that earring is gone?
I'm like, it's a statement earring, and it was gone. So I was really bummed out. I'm like, oh no, those are hand beaded in Mexico. I'm really bummed out. Then on Christmas Day, my parents were like, it's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Go find the miracle on the Christmas tree. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, they're being suspicious. Like, you know my mom. They were being really suspicious. So then I looked on the Christmas tree, and there was my earring on my dad's business card. He put it on his business card, like, through his ear, like, thought he was hilarious about it. And I'm like, how did you find the earring? And apparently he went to the botanical gardens when they closed, and he, like, talked to the people, and there was a lady at one of the desks, and she's like, oh, you mean this earring? We found it on the ground.
Oh, wow. Total Christmas miracle.
So special. Christmas miracle.
So special. Well, we'll have to, I have a pair of earrings that my father gave me because I used to wear big earrings, and then he bought me the biggest earrings that I could ever wear. But they're fishing lures.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I believe in the Christmas miracle. Oh, that's a great story.
It was a Christmas miracle. I freaked out. I was like, I can't replace these. And my parents were like cracking up because
your dad went back.
So goofy.
I love your dad.
He's like a picture of his business card with the earring on it. He's like, look where I placed it. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's in your ear. That's hilarious.
Oh, because I know that card. I know that card.
He's all serious.
Uh-huh. That's a good story. I love it. Well, we'll have to talk earrings. Everyone's sitting here watching us go, what are they talking about? So I just put these earrings on, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, Alexia. Ooh, I have to move my face. There you are.
Hello.
Hi.
Everybody.
Did any of you happen to see the video that she did? Tell us about that, please. Tell me about your life. Tell me whatever
oh my
you
goodness.
want. How did you end up in Colorado?
Well, I love Colorado. I came out here a couple times to visit some friends that lived out here, and I was in Michigan originally, New York, then Michigan, and I feel like the climate is, like the vibe is kind of similar, but I feel like Colorado in a way, it's way more, not as humid, the winters are not as are milder, not as intense. So I was kind of drawn to the state, and I went to school at Kendall College of Art and Design in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I studied illustration and minored in graphic design. And shortly after I graduated, I found a job out here because I was looking. And, I got a job as a graphic designer clothing brand called Joyfully. It got me out here and started working with them, and then shortly moved from Longmont, which is about like 40 minutes from Denver, further north, like in between Denver and Fort Collins. And so I lived in Longmont for a little bit and knew I wanted to be in the city. I'm kind of a city gal, and came here. So my focus in Denver has really been on my artwork. I've always been creative. making things. And again, shout out to my parents. My parents are
Your mom
always...
says hi, by the way. A lot of
Hello,
people are saying
Mom.
hi.
Oh,
Hi, we have
amazing. Yeah,
someone
so-
from India on. We have New York, California, Florida, all over the place. Michigan.
Oh, amazing. I would love to live in California someday. It's just kind of expensive. I mean,
Yeah,
Colorado's
It's
expensive.
kind of
too.
really expensive. Can you just close your eyes so we can look at your eyes for a moment? My goodness, look at your eyes. She cute. You could do a tutorial just on your eye. Do you have false eyelashes on, or are those yours?
No, these are my real lashes. So I did have the eyelash extensions, but we're all
You had? They must have been like this on you.
Oh, they were pretty long, but I didn't have them for that long. I love makeup, and I don't know, I'm such a girly girl, but not really. Like, I think it's the artist in me.
It's
I
the
think I
artist.
like
Definitely.
doing makeup and all of that just because it's, I use brushes and the whole thing. I don't know. But yeah, when I had them on, they weren't that long, but they were definitely noticeable. I don't know. I love the
They're fun.
60s, 70s look. I'm definitely inspired by that. And I love how, Audrey Hepburn, she does her thing. And I'm like,
Where's my
I love that.
Audrey. I always have Audrey by me.
Yeah. So the mural was something that I did. My boyfriend, Brock, who's actually not here right now, he went out with our neighbor for a second. He lives down the road. They're buddies, so they're just keeping their 6 feet distance, but having a little chit chat, walking around. I'm like, all right,
Cool.
you guys do your thing. I have plans.
You have plans.
So-
11/11 with Jenna. You have plans. Yeah.
I have plans in the calendar. So, but yeah, he is really good friends with this guy who started this indoor skate park in Denver, and they do Bible studies on Sundays. It's run through his friend Mikey, and so they do some of that, but they do a lot of summer camps teaching skateboarding, and it's actually one of the only indoor skate parks in Denver, which is crazy. So
It must be pretty big.
it's pretty big. It's impressive, and he knows me through my boyfriend, and I know some of the artists that have contributed to the skate park with their logo. There's one other artist in there that did a mural. His name is Sam Pearson. He's really cool. So we had been talking about it together, we should do a mural, I should do a mural, and I'm like, okay. And I'm in my apartment right now, and I have some of my artwork up,
I
and
was
I
going to ask
have
you. Good.
these hands everywhere, and we have this crazy weird wall of artwork and everything. So we just worked together and came up with the concept, and I went there and I did it. And my friend Tikos, who made the video, he is super talented. He is an expert when it comes to video editing. So I didn't make the video. I was just, star of the show.
So cool. And
Um,
how long
But yeah,
did you work
it was
on?
really fun.
How long did you work on the mural?
It took me about 3 days, probably 10-hour plus days each. So I'd say 30 hours at least. And all the sketching, for the most part, happened before I went there. I kind of, I went there to measure, because I didn't want to really go in there just blindsided. And it's actually really funny because I had this whole plan, and the day before I went to the warehouse or the skate park to start working on it, the owner of the skate park called me and was like, so I've been thinking, and I'm just like, oh no, he's gonna cancel on me. And he's like, so I've been thinking about the mural, and I just feel like maybe you should do the whole wall. And I was like, what? The whole wall? So I had to kind of adjust some of the concepts and work with him and add more hands, and then we did the whole wall.
You did the whole wall. And you guys, it's on my Facebook page. There's a link. I think there's also a link to your website, and if there's not, I'll put it on there. But just mind-bending. Really, you are so talented. And I've known you since you were a little girl. Your mom and I grew up together. And are you Cam's age?
Am I whose age?
Cam, do you know Cam and Ray, my niece and
Yeah.
nephew? Okay.
Yep, Cam.
Okay.
I used to work with Cam
Where?
at Third Coast Surf Shop.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep. He's selling houses now.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah. Still playing. He's
Is
doing
he
a
still
really.
surfing?
He's surfing. Hi, Chris. He's surfing and he is in real estate, but he's also he's playing guitar. And you know how people are doing that inspired? You show your 10 albums in 10 days. Hi.
Yes.
My cousin Scooter's on, another artist who was on the other night. He's doing his 10 albums, and then he breaks down the songs. Very cool.
What?
So, yeah, check out his website or his Facebook page.
Is he still in Slim Gypsy Baggage?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Yep.
Those guys.
Shout out to them.
Shout
They're
out
amazing.
Slim Gypsy.
So talented.
So talented. Super
And
cool band.
obviously you too.
Oh, thank you. Where's your brother?
My brother is down in Florida as well. So my mother and my father and my brother, they're all down in Florida. So I'm kind of the one that's out west.
Go west, girl. I did that. I get it. But it's interesting that you went to snow.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan was kind of worse than Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
What's nice about Denver is that Denver alone, like the city, it's kind of this like hot spot. Like the sun beats down. Once it snows, it kind of melts the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go snowboarding and really like play in the snow, you could just drive up to the mountains and do the whole thing. So even in like the summertime, the mountains are covered, but it's crazy now with everything going on. All of the ski resorts closed and it's just nuts. You know, a lot of people still do spring riding and the resorts really rely on the tourists and the people to go there and ski and snowboard. But right now everybody is just kind of staying home and doing their own thing. So it's definitely different.
So what are you doing in your day? How do you cope? How are you and your boyfriend, what are you guys doing? Are you making good food? Are you baking bread? Or is he an artist also?
Well, it's funny because my boyfriend he just signed the lease, which is crazy. So he's moving in.
Does your mom know that?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm like super transparent with my mom. So she knows everything.
My mom too. My mom's watching right now as well.
Oh, amazing. Shout out to moms.
Mama's...
Mother's Day is coming up.
I know. Ooh. I might have to have
So, usually, I don't know, we have been doing some projects around the place. I gave him a closet, which is crazy because I have way too many clothes.
A whole closet?
A whole closet. And I have, I guess, like, total in the house, we have like 2.5 closets. I live in a 1-bedroom in Denver. I'll give you a little tour.
Please.
If you want.
So this is an apartment or a house?
It's an apartment in an old house.
Did you do that work? Is that yours?
Yes. So this is mine. I made that.
Ready, set, go.
Ready, set, go. It's kind of like a motto for myself. Just like a reminder to just get up and go and like chase your dreams. Like don't let anybody stop you. Like if you have your mind set on something, you could just ready, set, go and do it.
Wow, you need to make me one of those.
Yes. So this is actually my best friend Dana, and Dana lives in New York, so I kind of based it off of Dana. And then we have our weird wall, which we're actually working on. We're like more is more on this wall.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So we have his turntable there. All of his records and my records are kind of tucked over here for now, but we're waiting on a piece from IKEA that will go right here, and we're going to fill it with books and records and like our amp and speakers, so it's going to be like the entertainment wall.
Beautiful. Ooh, what's that? Piece of...
This is just my weird jacket. I didn't make this, but I wish I did. And then I have some dying ferns, but it's okay.
Love the dying, love the
I
accent of the dying ferns.
I believe.
Your mom was asking where the kitties are.
Oh.
Where are the kitties?
I gotta find. Okay, this is Musashi. Mush mush.
Oh. Moose, hi. Kitty,
So
kitty.
this is Musashi. I have 2 cats. And then my boyfriend has a dog, but an actual dog. This is just a drawing of him.
And I love
I
the
made
wallpaper. Or is that, did you paint that?
Yeah, it's wallpaper. It's so fun.
super far out.
And let me find the other one. So we've been like, this is his guitar. Brock is really good at playing music, and he got me a tambourine. So I'm practicing that.
You got to come to New Orleans and do that tambourine. Wow, look at your beautiful room. This is beautiful. It's a big place.
So this my dad made for me on my 18th birthday.
Really?
Yep.
Go, John.
So, and like, you know, I go by Alexia now. I go by Lex, Lexi, whatever. But back in the day, I would just go by Lexi.
I remember Lexi. That's how I know
less,
you to be
less
Alexia.
syllables.
Alexia. What's your middle name? Alexia.
I don't have one. My
Okay.
parents didn't give me
You
a
don't
middle
need
name.
one. You don't need one. You're just
I know.
Alexia.
I actually love not having one. I used to play that joke though as a kid, like in elementary school. Just like, guess what my middle name is, and then like make people guess, and I'm like, just guess the letter it starts with, and I thought it was so clever, and so they would guess the whole alphabet, and I'm like, nope, and they're like, I don't get it, and I'm like, I don't have one.
She doesn't have a middle name. She doesn't need one. She's just Alexia.
Exactly. I don't know where Fela is, the other one, but yeah, this is the place.
How fun. How long have you lived there?
I've lived in the same place for almost 3 years now. So I've only been in Denver for about 3.5 years, and the beginning of my Colorado experience, I lived in Longmont, and then shortly, that's when I moved here. So I've only lived in this one place in Denver, but I love it.
And what did you do when you emptied that closet? Where did everything go?
Oh, in my other closet, you don't even want to see it. I don't even want to show you. It's bad. My mom would be disappointed. She'd be like, why do you have so many things? But, you know, I love vintage. I love vintage and, like, original pieces. And recently, there's this local brand, it's called New Relevance Vintage. And there are a couple of really rad girls that live out here. And they find all these cool vintage pieces. And they hired this photographer who knew me and asked me if I wanted to model the clothing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not a model, but I would love to wear these vintage pieces. And it's you know, it's a curse and it's a blessing because I'm so glad I had that experience, but also now they post all their amazing kimonos and embroidered pieces, and I want to support them. So I end up, you know, supporting them, if you know what I mean.
Send me their link, and
I
next
will.
time you're in St.
They're
Joseph,
amazing.
come to my closet, because I have one of those closets with I don't remember the last time I wore this, and it's a really great piece. But I went, oh, what's that? Oh, wow, just throw this on, because it's one of these. But
I love that.
yeah, I know. Suze, your mom just said you have no idea what your closet's like. Yeah, well, I kind of do, because I have a closet here and I have a closet in California, so. And sometimes I have to just let go of, like, a closet of clothing, because I know it's going to, yeah.
When I'm, like, in the mindset to get rid of things, like, because, you know, sometimes I am obviously, like, a more is more person. Like, I love homey vibes and just, like, textures and things that inspire me. I like to be around that. And when I'm in the mood to just, like, get rid of it, I have to take advantage of it because it won't last forever. And I just need to, like, go through my closet and think about what have I not worn and what is not that special. Like, what could be replaced in that, like, mentality. Because a lot of my pieces are, like, one of a kind, and I don't want to get rid of them because I know I'll wear them. So.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, man. I feel like a hoarder, but I don't know. Fashion's fashion.
Hey, and I love, this is my favorite pillow. Have you ever seen any pillows like this? It's a yak pillow.
What? Oh, I love that.
You were speaking of texture.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I have kind of a similar one. It's like a faux fur, like weird.
Oh yeah, nice. Look at us, our pillows.
I know, I love it. And then I have this weird like pukey velvet. Like I call it pukey because it's like that pukey retro color, but it's like a velvet pillow.
Let me see if
Love
I
it.
have a pillow. Oh, this is
My couch is velvet, obviously.
Oh, a velvet couch. You and
Shout
I,
out to
we would
World
have fun
Market.
together. The last time I saw you was you guys were living in the ponds.
Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Your mom called me up. She goes, "You want to come over and have a glass of wine?" I can't. Was that 10 years ago plus?
Oh yeah. I mean, I lived there from I was like 8 years old until 16 maybe, and now I'm 26.
It's been 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I made myself. I don't know if it's because like when I went to Europe and Italy, this is like the go-to, but I love Negronis and like Aperol Spritz, all of that. I love Aperol Spritzers. So we bought some gin and vermouth, and they didn't have Campari where we were shopping. So we bought Aperol, and you can make an Aperol Negroni, which is actually sweeter. So I'm drinking an Aperol Negroni.
Fun, beautiful. I'm having soda water right now, but I don't know. I didn't make it. I had a cocktail a couple of nights ago.
Well, it's Friday, so
You're
cheers.
right. Cheers. Cheers. Ooh, I'm cheering over here. Everyone. I have a friend, a dear friend, sent me a Soda Stream.
Oh.
So I'm into the
How's
Soda
that
Stream.
working out? Do you like
love it, and it's blue. It's like a baby blue, light blue Soda Stream. It's called a fizzy.
Ooh.
And so I've been doing a little soda with cranberry, and then a little bit of tequila
cranberry.
and lime, like fresh cranberry, and then fresh blueberries dropped in it, Michigan blueberries.
Oh my gosh, that's what I miss about Michigan.
Yeah.
The fruit and the apples.
And the apples. Yeah, but the blueberries and the cherries in the summer and the raspberries. But Colorado's cool. Colorado's beautiful.
Do you come here often to do shows and stuff?
I have. I've performed at the Aspen Jazz Festival a couple of times, and then I've played at one of the Soiled Doves, and I've played in now I can't remember.
Aspen's beautiful.
Yeah, I've played in I'll think of it tonight about 3 a.m. and I'll text you.
I might be up. It depends on what Brock is doing. Brock is my boyfriend. It's so funny. He's out with Jason, this guy Jason, and he's also from Michigan, and he's just this like loud guy, big ball of energy, and he's just like the type of guy when you go somewhere and he walks into the room and you see him, like Jason, like you know it's going to be a fun time. So he came over last minute and was like, "Hey guys," and of course they like ran off together. I'm like, "All right," but
is anything open? Like, are you guys are things starting to creep open there? Essential are there any essential breweries open in?
No.
No,
Well,
good.
not that I know of. There might be. It's been pretty surprising actually because some places that we haven't expected to be open are open, and they've been doing like takeout cocktails and carry out like food to go, all that stuff. But we can't go anywhere besides, like, it's not as bad as Michigan. Like, we can go, you know, to Home Depot, get the project or get paint, get mulch.
You can
all
do that.
stuff.
You can do that here too. Just so you know,
People are
everyone's
just
like,
dramatic.
"Oh my God, I can't plant my flowers." Well, it snowed 2 days ago, so I think most of those people are happy.
I keep seeing posts and I'm just like, ooh.
No, it's not. It's you can call them. You can pick anything up. Now she lifted it, so now you can plant your seeds and your stuff, and you can go boating because everybody wants to go boating and golfing, and I'm like, whatever. I'm skipping. I'm staying in place.
So,
Shelter in place.
Here, it's not that bad. Like, everybody's doing, everybody's staying in for the most part. And, obviously the grocery stores are open. The dispensaries are open.
Yeah,
The
that's
liquor stores
essential.
are open. So everything, that we've needed has been open. It's actually been pretty cool too because there's an art store, a local art store that I go to buy supplies. And I was surprised to find that they were open and they were doing online orders, or if you call them, know what you need, you can go there and pick it up. So that helped me out with the mural situation just because I have to buy specific spray paints, and only the art stores carry them. So unless I ordered online and got them way in advance, but a lot of times when you're working on a mural, you'll work on one thing and then you'll realize, oh my gosh, I'm out of white. I can't do anything else. My white spray paint is gone. So you have to order things and hopefully get it almost immediately or the next day. So that's been really great. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I live in a neighborhood in Denver, Capitol Hill. So it's a lot of historical housing, and then we have a park that's 2 blocks away that's really beautiful. And they recently closed the roads that surround, my house, and it's called a shared road. So they have everybody that wants to go to the park, they can walk in the middle of the road.
Right.
And then the cars can also, if you're parked or in your alleyway or whatever, you can leave too. But you just have to be extra cautious because some people are not paying attention and they're just free roaming in the middle of the street. So it's interesting, but it's kind of cool. And then, do you guys have I know New York is doing this thing where they clap out the window
at 7 o'clock. I think something's happening in St. Joe, and I know in San Francisco tomorrow night they're singing "I Left My Heart in San Francisco."
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Well, this is such a Colorado thing, but every night at 8 o'clock, right when the sun goes down and it's dark, everybody goes out their window and howls.
Oh, nice.
And then some neighbors light off their little fireworks. So sometimes I'll go out on my roof or in the backyard, and you can just hear all of Denver howling. It's pretty
Far
cool.
out. Have you videoed that or
yeah.
recorded or anything?
Yeah, I'll have to send you some video.
Send me that.
But it's every night at 8 p.m. and it's funny if I'm calling a friend or my mom or anybody really, and it's 8 o'clock comes around, I'm oh my gosh, and I go outside and I'm everybody's howling, and then they're what? That's real?
Cool. Are people wearing masks?
Oh yeah, everywhere you go. And
have you made any cool masks? You?
So I haven't made any masks.
No.
My mom, though, I feel like I just keep shouting out my mom.
Tell us.
Sue Rhodes.
Sue, what are you doing?
But she made, oh my gosh, she just sent me a care package in the mail, and she sent me a bunch of cat treats for the kids. So I was okay, that's cool. And then I got a huge pack of masks that she put together herself, went and got the fabrics, washed the fabrics,
Nice.
stitched them together, found the elastic, and I feel like I have 13 masks
Good.
made.
So different colors, different fun.
Yeah, I just had them out. I don't know. Actually, I'll show you.
I have a couple. I have a really cool one. I can't find it now.
She made them reversible too, which is so smart.
She just posted a link, but I don't know. Is that the link for the masks? Yeah, I have a purple one, and it's silk on one side.
So this side is sew my mom. It's gray linen.
That is so your mom.
And then this side's sew me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that cute?
Very.
And then she did some camo and then denim.
Nice, Sue.
She's just really good at this stuff. How fun.
Right,
It's so Sue, and it's great quality. Brock and I are having a hard time. We're which one do we wear today? Do we do the cheetah? Do we do the denim? Do we do the camo? But yeah, everybody, whenever we go out, they're wearing masks and gloves.
Good. Good. I'm not. Your mom
What about
posted
you
the
guys?
mail. I wear a mask I don't go very many places. My dog and I go walking, and we walk down at the beach, and walk along the beach. We walk along the zigzag. The zigzag bridge was closed for about 3 weeks. Hi,
Oh, really?
Emily Clee, my Emily's on. So now you know the zigzag bridge in St. Joe.
Yep, the wood one.
Yeah. So they were.
That's fine. Yeah, I used to run down that all the time when we lived downtown.
They were rebuilding that, and that
really?
just opened this last week. And so I walk there, and I have a house right downtown, so I just walk and hang out. And my mom's down the street.
That's
Hi,
nice.
Lynette. Lots of artists on tonight. Lynette, my friend Alexia, that I've known since she was a baby girl, is on, and I want you to go see her work. And my friend Lynette, who's on, she does enamel work. It's really incredible. And she did this one of Lillian and I recently that were like these goddess people, creatures, and fireflies, dragonflies. But I don't see a lot of people here wearing masks. I'll be really honest with you. It's kind of strange.
Really?
Yeah. So.
And Michigan's pretty bad right now, right?
Yeah, in Detroit especially, it's concentrated there.
Yeah, Detroit's bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm doing my part, and I'm staying home, and I've gone to the store I think twice since I've been here, because I live in California, and I was going back to I was in Mexico. I was in Guatemala, and then I went to Mexico, and decided instead of going back to California, I thought I'd come and hang out with my mom, and then I ended up getting sick. So then I just stayed, and I've been here since March 12th, which is it's the longest I've been here in, I think, since high school.
Wow. When you said you got sick, like...
I was sick, but yeah, but I'm better, and
That's good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, and I'm here in my apartment, and I'm going through my clothes, and I might have to find something, and I'll have to send it to you.
Oh my goodness. We should do a trade.
Yeah, I'm down.
That'd be fun. What's your, because it sounds like you do a lot of traveling, what's your favorite place that you've ever been?
My favorite place?
Yeah, or one of your favorites.
I love New York. I love New York.
New York is great. I would love to go back.
Let me think. Where else do I love to? I love to go to Maui.
Ooh, I haven't been there.
Maui's cool. And I love Europe. I love Italy. I have family in Italy, in northern and southern Italy. But you know where I love? I love Antwerpen.
Where's that?
It's in, my brain just went away. It's in, in Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Belgium's awesome. And you would love the art. You could go to Antwerpen and do a mural, or you would walk down and be like, oh yeah, I want to do a mural here. Are you a tagger at all? Are you?
No. I don't know if I should say.
Yeah, right. No, you're not. No.
Definitely not.
No, I got you. Have you ever been to the Bay Area, to Berkeley or Oakland, and checked out?
That's like where my heart is. I love that area, and like it's just not practical, you know.
Oh, I know. I've lived there. I
have friends that live out there, and they're paying like an insane amount to live in like the smallest apartment, and they don't have any room. And I'm like, you know, I love the Bay Area. I love all the art. I just love the vibe. I love the smell of the ocean. I just love everything about it. And the food, like the people, it's just like a cool, like weird, artistic place.
You're a total Bay Area person. I can see it.
I know, but I just need to just visit. I'll visit, and I'll go home to my spacious apartment, and then go visit. Maybe someday we'll live out there for a little bit, but oh my gosh, I love the Bay Area.
Yeah, it's gotten. I lived there when it was affordable, and there were artists there, and it was definitely really a supportive place for musicians and artists. And now it's changed. It's for tech, and you know.
Very techy.
but it's still, there's really great art around, and so I spend there. But I like to, I just, but when I was in Antwerpen, I went, wow, I could live here for a minute or two, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
I'll have to check it out.
I'm here.
I'll have to check it out.
But
I love traveling and like seeing, you know, the different perspective on things, but also like when you go somewhere and you kind of get that gut feeling that, oh my goodness, like I kind of want to live here for like a month or two and then like go back home. I feel like there's a lot of places like that.
Yeah, I do that a lot, except, you know, I shouldn't say. I go to a lot of places and I feel that way. Like when I was in Boulder and then I was in Denver, I'm like, oh, I could live here. And then and then I go back to the Bay Area and go, but I love it here. And then I go to New York and I lived in New York, and I go to Seattle and go, oh, I love Seattle. I could live here in Seattle. And then I'm in New Orleans for a month, and yeah. So, but you have you still have family here in St. Joe?
No, actually. No ties in Michigan anymore besides, like, some of my close friends. Some of them are in St. Joe. But as far as family goes, we're kind of all over the place. Like, you know, my close family, you know, my mom, my dad, and my brother, they're all in Florida. My grandparents are in Ohio. So my cousins are in Ohio. Then I have family also in Florida, too. And then I'm just, like, out here in Colorado.
Crazy. Good for you. I'm proud of you. And Raisin, my niece is in Scottsdale.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep. So I get to see her sometimes. But Rolf and I definitely, you know, who knows what's going to happen musically. And I'm sure did you have any upcoming shows and stuff that?
Yeah, there was a really cool event that was supposed to be in April called Denver Art and Beer, and it was at a really cool brewery out in the Rhino district. Rhino is River North, and it's like full of murals and warehouses and really, 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 really cool places like breweries, all of that. It's the arts district here, and we were supposed to, me and my really good friend that makes clothes, her name is Anne. She's a designer and makes concepts and then makes the clothes from scratch. She's insane. She's like an engineer at that point. But we were going to collaborate and set up a booth at the Denver Art and Beer Festival, and they moved it to May 15th. Mm-hmm. And, you know, today, and my friend, we were talking, and I don't think, you know, it's going to be what we thought it was going to be, like maybe next year. So we haven't received an email from them about postponing it even further, but Denver just put out something how places are closed. It was going to be end of this month. They moved it now to May 8th, and I feel like to have an event, Denver Art and Beer, where there's like 500 to 1,000 people congregating in one area, I feel like they might have to move it or just postpone it until later in the summer. So, yeah, that was definitely one I was looking forward to. But, you know, the health of the people around is more important than sitting at a booth and selling art.
It's true. So, it's, you know, we're all, that's where it's leveled us all to that same thing, because it needs to, you know, who knows how it's going to evolve, but like I was going to be performing in New Orleans last night, tomorrow night during Jazz Fest, and they postponed it from it's always the last weekend in April, first weekend in May, and they postponed it until October.
Oh, wow.
And then about 2 weeks ago, they said, we're not doing it in October either, next year. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking we should do a show together sometime.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the concept, but maybe like either your paintings are there, or we do a show wherever your mural is, or you could do something while we're performing.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. That would be so fun.
Super fun. Yes.
I love live music, and just, I mean, your talent is incredible. I know, like, when I was, younger at Citadel Dance and you guys were performing, I was like, Jenna Mammina, Jenna Mammina. I don't know how old I was.
Very young.
But, like, oh my gosh, amazing. You have such great talent. And that would be so fun. That's what I love about, creative people. No matter what you do, like, everybody can contribute and collaborate in some way. And doing the mural, it was cool because my friend that owns the skate park, he's a tattoo artist. So we were, like, collaborating a little bit together. And then kind of moved forward with the design. And then I reached out to my other friend who is a videographer. And it just kind of turned into this whole thing, and it's like a collaborative process. And then that video that's, on my website and on Facebook and Instagram, it's just kind of the product of how everybody that has, like, something to contribute can come together and make something bigger. That's what I love about it. So I would definitely be down to do, like, a collaborative show with you. That'd be so fun.
That would be really fun. Your mom said, I'd love it. So maybe we'll have to do it in Florida. Who knows?
Ooh, I love Florida. It's so nice. Like, some days I go down there and I'm like, oh, I wish I could live here. And then I'm like, oh, but then it's kind of too flat. Like, I love the mountains.
Yeah, it is. At least the water is there. You have the water and it's warm and your family's there. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, the water is definitely, I love, that's the thing too, it's like Michigan, you have the water, but here it's like we're landlocked in a landlocked state, so it's like pretty, it's like, where is the water that I can't see across? But at the same time, we have, the Rocky Mountains are absolutely breathtaking, and during any season, especially in the fall, if you go out to the mountains early September,
so beautiful.
Maybe mid-September, and meet the aspen
trees. Oh, the aspens. Forget about it.
Bright yellow. It's insane.
It's insane. It's really, really, I love it. My mom is from New Mexico. So I've spent a lot of time, as kids, we drove through, from here to New Mexico, and then we had family in Colorado Springs, and used to spend a lot of time there as kids. Have you been to the Garden of the Gods?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
It's so cool.
So cool.
Mother Nature rules.
She does. And she's getting a real break right now.
I know,
from all
it's
us
great.
human beings.
It's so great. Yeah, Santa Fe, New Mexico's one of my favorite places. And there's a little town about 30 minutes away from Santa Fe called Madrid. Madrid. Yeah, they call it Madrid. Have you been there?
Many times. I was just there in January.
Oh my goodness! Where do you go when you go to Madrid?
My sister Lisa and I just hang out for the day, and I actually had a gig in Madrid in March, but then it canceled.
Oh my gosh.
There's a
Where
bar.
was it?
There's a bar at the end of the street.
Yeah, and it's like outside.
And it's outside or it's upstairs. They have they have great beers there. But I was playing there March 26th or 27th, and it canceled. But but we hang out there. We have friends that live there, and those those cutouts where you put your head in.
Yep, been there. I have plenty of photos.
I have photos of
exactly
my.
What you're talking about.
I have photos of my dog.
No way.
I should post some of those. Yeah, it's Lillian, and Lisa's directing it. We're like sitting there putting our heads in, putting just Lillian's head in. But we spend a lot of time in Madrid. And my mom grew up about, she grew up near Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Okay.
Which is near Taos, and so we have bunches of family out there. And Madrid's
so
cool.
Fun. Do you, this is a long shot, do you happen to know a gal who lives out in Madrid, and she's a yurt dweller, and her name is Shelly?
I don't, but my sister might. What does she do in town?
So, it's funny because my boyfriend and I, we took a trip down to Santa Fe, and we wanted to do, kind of more of a camping vibe. We found an Airbnb, and this gal named Shelly has her own shanty community out in Madrid of all of these old school buses.
Yes.
that are turned into Airbnbs, yurts, like Volkswagen, like buses, everything. And it's this little small community out in Madrid you could just stay at for however long. And it's definitely like you're just camping. Like you have a little propane tank, then you have a little bonfire, and that's pretty much it.
Cool.
You can go into the town of Madrid, and it's about like a 10-minute drive, but you're like off-roading most of the time. And so we had the best time there, and Shelly is the gal who runs the shanty community. And it's kind of cool. One of the buses is called Dusk Till Dawn, and it's actually the bus that's in the movie Dusk Till Dawn. And it's definitely a place to check out. If you're ever in Madrid and you're like, I would love to stay in like a yurt or like an old bus and do the whole like camping vibe, stay at Shelly's place.
All right. I will definitely check it out. One of the first times, I was there with my mom and dad and my sister, and Katie, 12 years ago. And the movie, do you know the movie Wild Hogs?
Yes. Yep.
Well, they filmed part of the movie in Madrid.
They did?
Yes, and
oh my gosh, I have to rewatch that. I don't think I've seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a goofy guy movie, comedy movie with that guy Tim from Kalamazoo from the Tool Time or whatever his show is called. But we were there right after they filmed, and so the town is all painted really pretty colors, and they put up. Oh, my light just turned out. And they glued flowers into the trees.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's all like these plastic flowers, but you wouldn't know it. But then when you see it in the movie, you're like, oh my goodness, it's Madrid. Yeah, it's
the flowers.
I love Madrid. There was
so
a point
special.
there I was gonna move there.
Really?
Yeah. See, it's one of those places.
What's the population?
Not very many, and there's not a lot of water, and it's not an easy place to live, but it's got a soul.
Well, if you ever needed anything too, you could drive to Santa Fe, which is not that far. It's not that inconvenient. And then when you end up in Madrid, like I love when you drive in, and there's that sign that has like the portraits of the people, and then there's like cats, and it's like, you're in Madrid, like slow down. So you have to slow down, and then you end up in the town, and it's beautiful. The jewelry that they have, the food is incredible. It's like the perfect size. You can just park your car and just walk along the street and find so many cool things.
It's so cool. Yeah, it was like I said, my mom and my sister and I were in New Mexico in January, and one day we went to Madrid, and a couple of times we went to Santa Fe, and we just hung out in Albuquerque because we have lots of cousins there. But yeah, I'll meet you in Madrid anytime.
Oh, I would love that. I'm trying to convince my boyfriend to get another motorcycle. He had one at one point, and he's thinking about getting another one, and he's very responsible. He's very safe.
You're trying to convince your boyfriend to get... Did you hear what your daughter just said, Sue? I'm trying to convince my boyfriend. Can I talk to your boyfriend and convince him not to get a motorcycle?
He's so safe, though. He's like...
It's not
he
him.
reminds me of my dad, and I would love to take a trip sometime to Madrid on the motorcycle. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Sounds cold. It sounds, yeah, I understand that, but no. Just get in the car and with four wheels and lots of steel around you, and put on your seatbelt, and then you can go. I think that's what a lot of people are going to do now. I have a feeling that cars are going to be on the road. People aren't going to want to fly as much, but yeah, motorcycles are probably more what's going to happen. But yeah, no.
No.
Oh yeah, right. My friend Melanie Demore, she's from Taos. She's on right now too. She said, "Land of enchantment, most beautiful. The sky. You just look at the sky and go." Yeah.
There was this little place too. So I went there the first time with Brock, and then one of my best friends was getting married, and it was this really small group of girls, like tight-knit group of girls from Michigan, and we were, invited to the bachelorette party, and I was the maid of honor, so I had to figure out like what we're gonna do. So I talked to my, the bride. I'm like, do you want to go camping? Do you want to go into the town? Like, what is it that you want to do? And she's super relaxed. She's so talented, like making jewelry and everything. And we're all kind of on the same page. And I was like, why don't we go to Santa Fe, New Mexico? And like all the girls were like on board. So we did this trip. It was my friend Kaylee and myself, Natalie, and we basically took this road trip from Denver to Santa Fe. I painted these denim jackets. I call this the Fearsome Four.
Oh, cool.
Painted these denim jackets. We took this road trip to Santa Fe, had the best time, ate the best food, stayed in Santa Fe for one night, and then we drove up to Madrid, stayed in those school buses at Shelly's place, and spent most of our time in Madrid for a bachelorette party. It was so fun.
How fun. Do you still have the jacket?
Oh, yeah. We all do. So I'll have to show you a photo. We're like standing on top of the school bus at the shanty community, and Shelly was like, oh my gosh, I've never had a bachelorette party here. I'm like, this is our style. We're not trying to like go out and club or anything. We just wanted a good experience with all of us and just, camp and enjoy our time together in Santa Fe and Madrid, New Mexico. Definitely, a good call for the group of girls. So it was fun.
And is in Madrid, when you're in the bus, does she have a public bathroom?
So she does. She has a bathroom that's like outside, so it's kind of like an outhouse situation. Mm-hmm. And then a shower too outside. But usually we're just like, all right, we're out here camping. We're just gonna commit. We're gonna smell. It's gonna be fine.
I'm just wondering because campgrounds are some places they've opened up because some people, need places to live and they're camping. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, right in what's happening right now in our sheltering in place type thing.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if she's even open, but I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I wonder if she is. I know she's been doing some renovations, like building out decks and different things for the buses or the yurts that she has available. And I think there's like 5 to 6 places to stay, including like the buses and the yurts. So it's like kind of a selective community, but everything's like spread apart in a good way where you're like, you have people that you can see in the distance that are staying at the bus over there if you need them for any reason, but otherwise you feel like you're in your own, like out there in the middle of the desert by the little
Let's all go to Madrid. Let's all meet in Madrid.
Let's go to Madrid. Oh my gosh, my mom would love it too. I think I told her about this place probably like 1,000,001 times.
It's cool. It's very cool. Well, I need to call my mom before she goes to bed, and I want to invite you to come back on the show and also keep in touch with you in general. And I'm so glad that your mom posted your video last night because I knew you were talented.
Thank you.
But then when I watched this video and I was like, oh my God. This I knew this baby girl, and now you're just killing it. You're killing it.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying to pay my rent, do my thing, and be myself. And so far, everything's kind of worked out. There's been some like random ups and downs, but I think this is just part of me going through like a quarter life crisis, figuring out who I am and how life works.
Well, that'll happen a couple times. You go through your Saturn return, and then you just go through other parts. And so, do you do graphics for people? Do you do logos or okay?
Yes, I do almost like everything. Right now, a lot of my commissioned work comes from startup businesses doing logo design or business card design, and then I'll do some website tweaking, but I don't like to get like super deep into coding. That just like blows my mind. I'm just more of like a hands-on visual person. So logos, business cards, commissioned paintings, drawings. I've been doing a lot of pet portraits.
Good.
So people that have dogs or cats and they want like a little 8x10 drawing of their pet, I'll do a lot of those. Murals. a little bit of everything. So.
And is it all on your website?
Yeah, I have a variety of things on my website. I feel like if anybody like needs help with anything creative, like drawing or graphic design wise, the best way to reach me is from my website through my email or Instagram, and just kind of get my quote on those projects and see what I think. Just because I feel like my range is all over the place. I'm like, oh, I'll do logos, and oh, I'll make labels for the essential oils that you make, or t-shirt graphics, murals. It just kind of goes everywhere. So, but I do have examples of a lot of the work that I've done on my website.
And what's your Instagram page?
My Instagram page is ABCD_2010. So ABCD stands for Alexia Barrero's Custom Designs.
That's cool.
And back in 2010, when I was a sophomore at St. Joe High in Michigan, that's kind of when I decided that like I could use my talent and like sell or make things for people. So at that point, I was like, my friends would give me their brand new trucks that they got, their Chuck Taylors. And I would paint like a design, or do like, oh, I got this cool phone case. Can you paint something? So I'd paint phone cases. And then it kind of turned into this whole thing in St. Joe, the Maze Craze shirts that the whole community wears. There were like 3 years in a row that I made those graphics for the community, which is kind of cool because we'd go to like football games, and like all the parents, all the kids, elementary school, all the way to high school, everybody's wearing like Maze Craze, and it was my design.
I guess
like,
I've seen it. It rings a bell a little bit, but
yeah. So ABCD_2010 is my Instagram handle.
Maybe if your mom's still here, post it on this page, and if not, this page will post in about or this live will post. Facebook's been watching me. And if I play some music that they don't like, then they like block it, or they go through and check to make sure. I'm on their watch right now, but so it'll be on in about a half an hour, and then you can post and you can share.
Oh, amazing! Yes,
yeah, I'll tag you in it, and then post and share, and people can sit there and watch us talk about Madrid and earrings.
Sounds like a good conversation. I wouldn't want to miss that one.
I'm telling you. But I'm so glad that you decided to do this, and please come back, and let's talk in general.
Yes, thank you so much for having me too. I know it was like so last minute last night. You were like, come on the show, and I'm like, why not? Let's do it. And it's been so fun. So thank you for having me.
I'm so proud of you, and your parents have to be so proud of you, and you're from St. Joe, and there's this great talent that, I mean, I'm in St. Joe and I want to yell out the window and go, you gotta go check out ABCD. ABCD what? 2010. ABCD 2010.
Yep, _2010.
My mom's going to bed. I love you, Mama.
Aww.
I love you. And your mom's probably going to go to bed soon. And there's
probably,
Mary.
yeah, exactly.
And, wow. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just let me know when you want to do it again, and I'll probably just tune in to all of your shows. How long have you been doing this for?
I used to do it a few years ago, where I was just videotaping from my phone and from before, when you had these little cameras and stuff. And then I just started this when I came back. While I was sick, because I was self-quarantined and I was by myself, and I was like, well, I might as well see who's on Facebook Live, because my band would play on Facebook Live, and Rolf and I record on Facebook Live at shows. And I thought, I'll just do this, and I love 11:11, and so I do it every day, AM and PM.
That's amazing. I love it. I've definitely, like, ever since my mom told me about it, been tuning in, and, like, from here on out, I'm obviously going to continue.
Cool.
I do have a request, though.
Yes.
I would love to hear you sing more.
Okay.
I know Facebook's watching, but...
No, I'll sing.
Amazing.
I will.
Well, enjoy your night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Check her out, you guys. Bye. She's so awesome. See, this is why I stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning then, because I'm so like, you guys are here and I have these cool guests, and I love what's happening. I love what's happening, and I love all of you, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I don't know who the 7 or 8 people are that are on right now because my mom went to sleep. And now I'm going to go, I feel like I'm going to go finish a song that I'm writing. That's what I'm going to do. And I wish you all a beautiful morning, and we'll be back tomorrow morning at 11:11 a.m. and my friend Kim Dinas Cozy is going to be on, and if you want to be on, let me know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and a big virtual hug to all of you. Hi, Annie. Hello, Annie Galliardo. Pastor. Beautiful. Cool last name. Pastor. 11:11 with Jenna. Signing off for tonight. Peace. Love hard. See ya.